we got an Alpha 4.0 report. This was basically a small summary of Pyro patch. As usual, server meshing is one of the core focuses here, and core focuses of course around Star Citizen, allowing us to have more players on a server while also server improvements with more players actively present. We have already gotten several small improvements over this year, or perhaps even before. From the simple example of the initial limit being 50 players, it has gone up to 100 and in some cases even more, and in specific more focused locations or servers having even less. And with the 4.0, this is going to get another expansion and allow more players into the same world. Of course, to get to the new Pyro system, we will need to use jump points. These are present near gateways where we can initiate travel between two systems. We still need to keep in control, as leaving the tunnel can throw us out in certain amount of different places, either in Stanton or Pyro, depending on how much of the distance was traversed. Pyro itself offers several factions controlling different stations and parts of the system, or areas in general on the planets. There are from serious violence focused gangs like Rough and Ready to more civilized like the Citizens of Prosperity. In these stations we can find the contested zones where you can either have the time of your life and get some good loot, or suffer because some player had the same idea and got the drop on you. It is good because it is right there present in the stations. It's free for all. So if you want to go after the rare items in there, be prepared because you're gonna have to fight others for them as well. Perhaps not always, but there is a high probability. And if the stations are not your style, there are around 6 planets and 5 moons to offer exploration and interactions with plenty of these locations. From the new missions of these locations to just even trading. Possibly working for one faction or another. Some settlements are more civil, so some peaceful activities are also possible. We are also going to get 2 new animals, the Space Cow or the Quasi-Grazer. We already know the Copian, but this time we can find it in the service of our captors, and a rat or an Alprat or something like that. I am not certain how do we pronounce it. There will be an economics overhaul, and it has actually happened this year before. With the new master modes, we got some changes to the components, pricing and other things, but this time we are going to get a bit more changes here, like balance pricing for components, ship weapons, missiles, torpedoes, fuel, repair, rearm and more. Equally, rebalancing of mission rewards, meaning we are going to get perhaps a bit more money out of doing missions which are rather time consuming in this game, and I consider that always a good thing. The new face tracking improvements and changes for those of us who love using this immersive feature. Not really my cup of tea, but from what they showed at CitizenCon, but this seemed to be really beautiful. Finally, the correct blast shields and cargo bay doors work with the beautiful animations, almost makes the ship feel combat ready. Quantum travel changes to acceleration, fuel consumption and maximum speed, which I think were quite a bit required. Finally, the Mirai Guardian will be ready for 4.0. This heavy fighter has some similarities to Mirai Furies, while being a serious, heavily armed, weaponized and durable ship. As always, everything here sounds nice, but keep in mind they have often had terrible launches to patches before. As amazed or as taken back as you may be, or all it may sound, the experience might not be proper for a couple of weeks after the launch. That is, if it will be a bad launch. Equally, I have heard good things, so let's keep our fingers crossed. Since this is a new system with new activities, missions, locations and everything, there is quite a bit of new things for us to discover, and many of the topics here were just briefly touched, as we can go so much deeper with almost all of them. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.